is life in Serbia better than life in Germany? You will probably think that I'm crazy even to mention this and to question myself with such a question. Nothing is better than life in Germany. And yes, there are hundreds and thousands of Serbs who are leaving the country and go to Germany because life is better there or for any other reason. But let me tell you something, that life in Serbia can be better for some people than in Germany, maybe even for you. Let's jump right into this. The first obvious reason that life is better in Serbia than in Germany, it's the cost of living. It's not surprising, Serbia is one of the most affordable countries in Europe. For example, you will pay half less for eating out than in Germany. You will pay 50% less for your groceries. You will pay 40% less for transportation, 56% for housing, 45% less for childcare, 60% less for entertainment, and 23% less for clothing. That's a significant numbers, aren't? For me, for example, as a student, that was quite obvious reason that I would do better in Serbia than in Germany. Also, life in Serbia could be better depending on who you are and what do you want. Because to live in Serbia, mostly you need to have some income outside from Serbia. This mostly relates to digital nomads and business owners, especially online business owners. For example, if you are in such a category, life would be better for you in Serbia, because in Germany it would be a hard life. For example, the taxes would be higher, the complications, regulations, and all what comes to it. Cost of running your business and your own cost, and etc. I would say you go to make a career in Germany, but in Serbia you can live very well with online business. And in Germany, in fact, you can't even receive the visa or residence permit by having a business. For this you need to apply for a business visa, which is very complicated. And I would say that not many people can afford it and not many people can realize it. Whereas in Serbia, almost everyone can receive the residence permit for 1 year by having a business here or being a self-employed. In addition to this, you will pay lower taxes for your business. In Germany, especially self-employed people will pay almost half of their income for taxes. They pay 15% only for healthcare. Here, you will have a really good structure. You will pay very small taxes as a self-employed, for example. As a company, you will pay a little bit more, but still it's much lower than in Germany. Serbia has one of the lowest corporate tax in Europe, it's 15%. For example, in Serbia, if you are a sole proprietor, you will pay only fixed amount of taxes. It even doesn't depend on your income, on your revenues. You will pay between 200 and 400 euro per month for all taxes, all socials and etc. And you can receive all your income without any additional tax. But this income should be less than 4,000 euro per month, which is already quite good, isn't it? In Germany, on the other hand, companies pay 7 different taxes. Self-employed people are exempt from some of them, but mostly they also pay quite a lot. It's expensive. I would say Serbia is great for IT professionals because you can also earn a decent amount of money here. And Germany is best for engineers. In fact, IT professionals are one of the highest paid occupation in this country. So I repeat, Serbia is the best if you are online entrepreneur, you are a digital nomad, you are a remote worker. And Germany is the best if you wanna work, if you wanna have a job, job. What I don't want to have, that's why I like Serbia. The next is the cost of moving, the cost of going to Germany. For example, if you're moving to Germany, it will cost you quite a lot. Calculate between 3,000 and 5,000 euro just to moving to Germany, when in Serbia you can come with 1,000 euro and have everything. That's influenced by affordable, of course, apartments, affordable cost of living, and also the apartment search here is much easier. The market is not saturated like in Germany. You can find the apartment quite easily, so you don't have to compete with so many tenants. In Germany, if you are in Germany, you know what I'm talking about, because almost in all cities, when you go to see your apartment, you will be with many other people who are also interested in this apartment, and basically the owner will decide who you will like to pick. In Serbia, you will have fewer people people would like to rent this apartment. The availability is higher. There are many apartments in city center of Belgrade, and you don't have to pay the deposit of 3 months. In Germany, it's common when you pay 3 months just in a deposit for your apartment, so you will need to have 3 months ahead, so you will need to have 3 rents and then plus the rent for the coming months. It's already make like 3,000 euro or something. In Serbia, you just pay for 1 month as a deposit and 1 month coming months. The next point is that internet is better here. I tell you, I know that many people complain on internet in Germany, and I can totally agree with this, because internet just sucks in Germany, and also it's expensive and it's not everywhere. Sometimes speed can be really low. In Serbia, internet is affordable, it's fast. In fact, now in this apartment, I'm having the highest internet of my life. Everything just flies here. I know Germany is a great country, it's structured, it's organized, everything works well, people follow the rules, people are very functional. Serbia is Balkans, it's not the case here, some things don't work, but this point of Germany, the organization and structure and rules can drive some people crazy. Some people can be really stressed by that, especially people who like live more freely, who don't like to follow rules or be very restricted, will find a life in Germany quite tough. Because, for example, if you don't follow the rules, people will actually report on you, they will tell the police or someone that you don't follow the rules. It can be quite sad. Additionally, Germany restricts also shops to work. In a Sunday, nothing is open, and usually shops close quite early in the evening, in some small cities very early, and you would not have this problem in Serbia, for example. You can go everywhere, some places working 24 hours, there are everywhere these kiosks or trafika where you can find so many different things, and they are open 24 hours and they are on every corner. Overall, the hours are not that restricted like in Germany, and you can go somewhere, you can buy something, you can have it, you can order. I'm also talking about services. It's not only about restaurants and shops and cafes and etc. Everything here like works longer, and you would not find yourself normally go somewhere and you come there and there are nothing, it's closed. Like in Germany, it happens quite a lot. In Germany, you will always be a stranger, and it's sad and it's a fact, because Germans are not that receptive, acceptive, or behave greatly towards foreigners, because it's just mentality. They are not very open people. They would be a little bit reserved, they would not try to be your best friend, you will need to put more effort. And for people who don't put effort or not that enthusiastic, they sometimes don't have any friends in Germany, and in fact, I know many foreigners, they struggle with this. They can't break a German wall, German mentality wall of friendships with foreigners and with new people. In Serbia, people are so welcoming, they are super warm, they really like foreigners or people who are interested in their country, in their culture. They will share everything with you, they are so much helpful, they really like to help you, to make you feel comfortable and accommodated. They really like people from abroad who are coming to their country, who wanna learn something, who are enthusiastic, and they go towards them. They don't treat them like you are foreigner, you are not in my social circle. In Germany, the risk is higher, than you will be always the foreigner as in Serbia. The food. Sorry Germany, but I don't like German food. I know many people don't like German food because it's based on pork, it's based on potatoes and a lot of bread. When in Serbia, they actually eat more beef, they also eat of course pork, a lot of meat, but the meat here I found more healthier. It's not that fatty, it's not that kind of like potatoes everywhere like in Germany. It's potato culture, and the overall food here it's more interesting, it's more influenced by Mediterranean, which Germany isn't at all. It's more diverse here, you have huge variety. Serbia produces a lot of vegetables and fruits, so they also have a lot of meals with their local products, and it's overall really tasty. I really like it. Especially, I have to say, I really like here pancakes, because those pancakes remind me Russia. They are same pancakes on every corner. It's a huge pancake culture here. Then in Germany you would not find a pancake. Sometimes in some cafes, but it's not the mainstream, and it's not that good like in Serbia and in Russia. Overall, Serbia also has a lot of bakeries, which Germany also has, but the big difference is that bread here dark, and in Serbia bread is more white. But you can also find a dark one. Of course, people here are different than in Germany. People here are warmer, people here are more open, they are sincere, they are more Mediterranean kind of like style than in Germany. They are in the north, so they are more reserved, a little bit cold, a little bit takes time to get to know them. It's overall harder in Germany to be in a society than in Serbia. And the weather obviously is better in Serbia because it's also kind of like close to Mediterranean. Summers are very hot, winters are mild. Now it's February. It's 16 degrees. I pretty much love it, and I'm looking forward to the May and April when it will be just amazing. There are not many rains. I spent here almost all summer. Last summer there was such a few days of rain, or few hours I should say. In Germany rains are quite common. You can expect rain in summer, in winter, in wherever. You can expect raining almost like every second day. It could be if you are in the Western Germany, for example, somewhere where Cologne, Aachen and Netherlands close to. It rains and it's wind, and overall weather situation in Serbia is much better. Believe me. People in Serbia are proud of their country. They very patriotistic. That's why they like to show their country to foreigners and to everyone. They really appreciate the history. They know the history, and they are proud. In Germany you would not see it. People don't treat their country like it's my home, I love it, it's my everything. Like, they are not that patriotistic, and this is what I really like in Serbia, because people are so passionate about their country, their culture. They just like into this. In Germany people are not like this at all. They are not trying to show their country, they're not trying to involve you in history. They don't like treat their country like Serbs treat Serbia on that level, that Serbia is the best. Like, this really inspires me. Sometimes I felt that Germans even don't want to talk about history much, or they are not really interested about history of their country, because maybe they feel a little bit uncomfortable with the last century, maybe for that reason. In addition, that apartments are hard to find in Germany. They often come unfurnished, and what's a surprise when you move to Germany, you're looking for an apartment and there are mostly only unfurnished apartments. How come you can move there? Like, that's a really big issue. Because in Serbia, almost all apartments are furnitured. It's hard to find not furnitured apartment here. I find it better because I can't move somewhere without the furniture. I have to organize everything. It's just so much work. In Austria, when I moved to Austria, I organized all furniture, and it was such a stress for me to organize all furniture. And when I moved out, I had to sell everything. It was the next wave of stress. So glad to be here. And the last is location. If you like sea, there are not far away Adriatic Sea in Serbia. You can just drive a couple of hours, you will be in Montenegro, and you can go and enjoy the sea. Also, there are a lot of things to do in Balkans. Serbia is in the middle of the Balkans. You can go to different Balkan countries from here with a train or with a bus or with your car, or take a flight. In Germany, location of course also great, but this depends what are your interests. If you like Balkans, of course Serbia is the place to be. If you like Western countries like Netherlands, Belgium, Austria, also Switzerland, of course Germany, it's obviously in a good location or in a better location. I don't mention with this video that life in Germany is bad or life in Serbia is way better, or no, you have to move from Germany to Serbia. It's just that life in Serbia can be better for someone than life in Germany, because because it all depends on your situation, on your interest, on your motivation. What do you want to do, who you want to be surrounded by, which culture you're interested in. And of course, for someone, life in Germany is obviously the best in the world, and for someone, life in Serbia is just amazing. Like I'm really looking forward to live here and to see what opportunities, which experience I can have here. I think that really every country has disadvantages and advantages, of course, as we all know, but you should look deeper into them. You should not judge the country without visiting it or meeting someone from this country or learning more about this, because there are always something great in this place. Like in Serbia, there are so many great things. That's why I moved here now, and I'm so excited to be here, and I'm so glad, and I feel really good here. Don't judge this video. I'm not talking against Germany. Germany is a great country, and you know it, I know it. I have a huge respect for Germany and Germans, but look at Serbia and think maybe you should visit it, come here to see, to meet people. Why not? Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.